Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We took a little bit of a break while I rearranged some things in my apartment, big life changes, all good things. But we're back with a video to continue our series on poses in bigger bodies. How to fit the pose to your body rather than forcing yourself into the pose. Moving with the pose and just taking up space, using your props, coming into things super confident, and just modifying for your body so that it feels better and you can get more out of the pose. So today's class is going to be on twists. Again, this isn't really a movement class, more of a workshop, me showing you different ways to get into the poses and to help you kind of find the right variation for your body. So let's begin. So first off, we're going to start with twist basics. What makes a twist? What parts of our bodies are moving? And how do you get that wonderful spine kind of ringing out of the spine, lengthening of the spine here? So kind of the mechanics of a twist, you want a really solid base, whether you're standing or sitting or in like a high lunge or a warrior one. Legs are super active here. Feet are also pushing actively into the mat. Glutes are engaged. Core is engaged. So core engaged means belly button to spine and ribs stacked over hips, rather than flaring your ribs up or back. So once we have this nice base, you can begin your twist. So we're just going to start at a standing twist. Just put your arms at goalposts first and just kind of start to twist left to right. And now I want you to ask yourself, where is this twist coming from? What is moving here? What is the main mover of the twist? Not the legs, right? Legs are solid. They're your base. Not the spine, really. Your spine is moving, but it's not causing the movement. And it shouldn't be your arms either. Are your arms moving? Yes. But what muscles are propelling them back and forth? It's the core. The core is the biggest mover of these twists. So, if you aren't moving your arms at all, just focusing on your core, start to move your body slower left to right. See, your arms are moving, yes, but the base of this twist is the core. And keeping those ribs stacked over the hips is really going to help you find that length. So kind of just working on your base here. If you feel like some part of this doesn't feel good, you probably should reevaluate from the toes up. Start in a mountain pose and just kind of work yourself all the way up the body until you feel that core engagement, and then you can start that twist from there. So that's basic twists. Those are good tips for anybody who's starting a yoga practice or just trying to learn more about the poses, is to work through the core, move the body from the core. So another good tip for twists is inhaling, lengthening the body. So inhaling, growing tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. So the inhale lengthen kind of creates more space for you to find that twist, right? So using our breath to kind of find a deeper pose, not a deeper, but just find the pose, the variation that fits your body, feels good in your spine, nice and restorative. Twists are so delicious. I love twists. So now let's figure out how we can apply these concepts to a bigger body. So bigger thighs, bigger belly, bigger boobs, maybe even bigger arms, bigger everything. We love to take up space here. So let's workshop this. We're going to do a forward fold here and bring your hands to your blocks. Your blocks are up high and find nice forward fold. So to do a twist here, you might have to bring your hand more to the middle, your base hand, your bottom hand, and then bend through one of the knees. It could be either or. Usually I bend through the same knee, so the left hand's on the block, left knee is bent, and then twist that right arm up. Notice how that bend in the knee made that so much more accessible for my body and gave me so much more room for my belly and my thighs. And I'm getting a nice little outer hip stretch here too, which is an added bonus, right? So I'll try it again on the other side. So right hand to the block, bending through that right knee, twist. Binks is helping us out. See See how there's so much more space for my belly here? Rather than just trying to, and I also have a lot of thoracic issues, but keeping my legs straight and just trying to find it, it's like I'm stuck in mud. I just feel it in my shoulder and my chest, and I'm not getting that nice opening of the spine and the chest, which is the goal here, right? So try bending the knees, using your props, and play with it, okay? Those are pretty much it for standing twists that I can think of. So let's go to some seated twist tips. All right, welcome back. Now we're going to be doing seated twists in a bigger body. So first tip, bring your hips off the ground. Gives you more space to move, allows you to be more comfortable in the pose. It's just more comfy and it feels better. If it doesn't feel good in your body, you don't have to do this. But the bolster is fantastic. You can also use a rolled up blanket or even just a small blanket. You might notice even just 1 or 2 inches off the ground feels so much better and so much more accessible than just sitting on the ground. So, a common twist that people like to do, half Lord of the Fishes. Usually you cross your foot over your opposite leg and twist. That can feel super accessible for some people. My thighs are a little big, so I usually keep this leg, the bent knee, foot, on the mat, go tall on my inhale, and then twist. Usually bring my hand to my lower back. When you're sitting on a bolster, I will say this, it's kind of uncomfortable to do this, right? So placing your hand gently on your lower back gives you that nice support and that nice chest opening. And then you can kind of help yourself find that length through the root of the spine, right? And then another tip I'll give you is if you're still finding resistance, as you're twisting, pick up your belly and gently move it on top of that thigh, right? We love our belly. We're just gonna help it move, help us find that movement with our belly moving with our body, not against it. We love our bodies here, right? All right, see? Feels so much better. Nice, easy twist. So those are probably, there's not a ton of tips here. Use your props, just like we talked about in, let me face you. Use your props, just like we talked about in the forward fold class. Props are your best friend. They're gonna help you feel so much better in these poses. And rather than feeling that, like, kind of like I showed you earlier, stuck in the mud, feeling like, ugh, I cannot twist. I know I can, but it just feels freaking weird. Use your blocks, bend your knees. Use your blocks, bend your knees. Use your bolster. You don't have to crisscross your thighs. And also, inhale, lengthen. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, right? And gently, lovingly touch that belly, lift it up, move it to the side, and you might be like, oh, there it is. Now I feel like I can really find that twist. Giving yourself space, using your props, confidently going in and being like, oh, that doesn't feel right, I'm gonna try again. Backing off, adjusting, and trying again. Twists are so, so good. They feel like a spa day. I love twists. Not everybody loves them, but maybe you just haven't tried the right things for your body to feel good in them. That's kind of all I have for you guys today. Props, props, props. Bend the knees, make space with your breath, and lovingly touch your body and move it with you. Great tips. Any pose, honestly, but twist especially. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick little workshop of twists and bigger bodies. There will be plenty more of videos where this came from, breaking down different pose groups and how we can modify and make the poses fit us rather than the other way around, right? Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I promise my new YouTube studio will be decorated soon. This is just a different area of my room. Kind of moved all of my stuff into my room. Big life changes, but it's all good things. Excited for the new year. Next video from me is going to be a yoga nidra, so I'll see you then. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely rest of your morning, day, night, wherever you're at. Bye.